Shalom, shalom, guys.
Shalom.
Yes, welcome to the channel. We are Journey with Us. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, we're going to give you some valuable information about what we did and to leave America when everything was crazy.
3 years ago, right?
Yeah, 3 years ago. So make sure you stick around. Make sure you like the video, comment, share, subscribe, and yes, we get right into it.
You can feel the tension going on in America. You see the hyperinflation, because it's not even just inflation that's happening, it's hyperinflation that is at an unprecedented rate. And within the past 30 days, we see the bank collapses. So you guys remember the SVB bank collapse that happened in California, and a lot of large companies were impacted, which means people that are W-2 workers that were working for companies like Roblox and Shopify were impacted by that bank collapse. And then shortly after, which was just a few weeks ago, banks across Europe also closed down and collapsed, and then banks across America. Then most recently, I think it was last week, that China and Brazil signed a deal to ditch the American dollar. Tanzania and India have done the same. The Kenyan president is telling his folks that if they have any US dollar, throw it away, because the next couple of weeks are going to be crazy. So there's this whole movement to, what do they call it? De-dollarize? It's like a de-dollarization movement to ditch the dollar across the world. And if you think that it hasn't happened yet, oh, it's already happened, because we were looking at this article last night in Forbes, and I will link it down below. But inside of the article, the US dollar is the 10th strongest currency in the world right now. Not first,
10th,
not
yeah.
Second, not third,
Yeah,
10th.
10th, and that's a whole nother video that we could talk about, because
It really is.
it ties in with a lot of biblical prophecy too. So yeah, we can do another video on that.
Yes, the 10th. So, and the countries that are above it is going to shock you. It's not even like the regulars, like France and Great Britain and Spain and all of those countries. Some of those are included, but those aren't the main ones. It's a lot of countries in the Middle East that control the oil, which is why, if you're in America and you saw, well, actually worldwide, oil prices have been increasing, even here in Tanzania, but it's felt the most, obviously, in the West, in countries like America. So, that was a lot to talk about, and that's a lot of tension that's happening in America. And so if you think for 1 minute that this next phase of what's going to happen in America and in the West is not going to impact you even more than the past planned-demic thing.
Yeah.
Because we left when we saw the planned-demic happening, because we looked at the news and we're like, they're just trying to cause fear everywhere. They're like trying to get people jabbed, and obviously we see what has happened from people getting jabbed and passing out and dying out of nowhere and all of that stuff. And so you really don't want to be caught in America and even the West, Europe too, as all of these transitions are taking place.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, the fear, because when the fears start to come around, there's a lot of confusion that goes with it, and you really don't know what to do, when to do it.
Yeah.
So fear is big, and you cannot be fearful in these last days. You just have to be wise. You really have to be wise and have discernment. So yes, so like I said, we wanted to share with you guys what we did when 2020, was it 2019?
Starting in 2019.
Yeah, starting in 2019. But 2020, when everything was locked down and we couldn't really move around how we wanted to. So yeah, we just packed up and left.
But
that's what it was.
Breaking it down more than that, before packing up and leaving, our mind was already set on leaving America in 2019.
Exactly. So it's always like a preparation stage that you have to, and this is the time to do it, because you see right in front of your eyes what's going on. So you have to prepare. You have to be ready to move. If that's in your heart, if that's in your plans.
Right. If that's something you're not thinking about, then you go ahead and stay put. But for those of y'all out there who have got this message, and we're not the first people to say it, and you got this feeling, and you've been feeling it for years, we have been feeling this since 2015, honestly.
Exactly.
Honestly. But it just ramped up in 2019, 2020, and it was like, okay, it's time to go, obviously. Obviously, pray and fast to see which country you want to go to. We are in East Africa. We are in Tanzania for a variety of reasons that we're not going to get into. You can look at a different video for that. Maybe we'll link it above. But pray to see which country you want to go to. Next, don't listen to people. Seriously, don't listen to people. Don't listen to people that are going to try to confuse you and thwart your plan. If you have a plan to leave America and you know you have a purpose that is tied to Africa or to somewhere else in the world, then you need to be the one to take control of your life and make it happen, and not just live with doubt and fear, not live with naysayers. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you. Like, if you want to start a new business, if you're going to start anything in life, you really have to not listen to naysayers. Because we had naysayers when we were leaving. You're definitely going to have naysayers when you're leaving. And people that just don't understand what you're doing, because it looks crazy, right? Noah looked crazy when he was building the ark, and it until the flood came, right? And then it was like, oh, he knew what he was talking about. Okay. But it was too late.
Yeah. So with that being said, don't tell anybody that's really going to put fear in you, that's going to increase the fear that's already there around you. And, talk to the right people. So the people that actually is here on the ground, make sure you reach out and see, like, how can it help you. Just talk to them.
Yeah, definitely find a network before you leave. That's one thing that we understood before we left. And so we would go in different Facebook groups, we would go in different WhatsApp groups for different countries that we were looking at. We were looking at Ghana, Gambia, and Tanzania. Those were our top three. Obviously, we chose Tanzania. But network with people, because if you don't know people when you're going there, or you don't know of people, or you don't know certain things you need to know, it's like, I think there's a saying for it, like, literally what you don't know can kill you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously, we've had so many people that reach out after they've already gotten here and they run into these problems, and we ask questions like, did you do this, did you do this, did you do this, and they're like, well, no, I didn't know to do that. So we opened up our one-to-one consultations again just because of all the craziness in the world, and we realized that you guys need an individualistic plan based on your family and what you're looking for. So check out the link in the description if that's something that you need or you're interested in. Yes, within the next 30 to 45 days, that link will be closed down, probably until we have our newest addition, our new baby.
Yes. So yeah, Karibu Sana, welcome. You're very welcome to Tanzania, to Africa in general, because as we see in the world, Africa is going to rise. And that's
It's
just
already
obvious.
rising.
That's just obvious. Everything is here in Africa, so make sure you get a jump start on being here.
Yeah, because you would hate to just wake up one day, then you look at your phone, and then they're like, oh, your account's been drained, or you can't access your funds, you can't access your money, or even worse, World War III starts and Russia and China are just walking through the front door.
So yeah, just invest in yourself, invest in your family to prepare for what's coming.
First of all, I would say you need to understand some of the top countries that are having depopulation and low birth rates right now. So you probably only need to wait about 50 or 60 years, and Chinese people won't really be a thing that much anymore. And it's going to go back to the days where the nations on earth, like the original nations of the earth, are dark-skinned black people. And it even says the same thing about America. If you look at studies, like by 2050, most of America will be either mixed race or black. So that is what I would say on the China thing. Also, China is already in the USA. The US owes the most debt to China, more than African countries. Like, China is passed in the USA. So don't look at China as, how should I put it? Don't let China stop you from living a freedom-based life in Africa. They are not the Most High. They do not control everything.
Yeah. So I'm glad you said that. Just put all your trust in the Most High. Don't worry about the people here on earth. besides, you loving your brother and loving your neighbor like yourself. And yeah, get rid of that fear and really invest in your family and invest in yourself to be sustainable over here, because it's the time is coming, and it's coming fast.
And it is a very enjoyable life that you live over here. Like, we're literally living our dream life. Just look at this view.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, we just sitting here. We just decided to come here and sit by the ocean. The clouds is beautiful.
Make your plans, stick to it, network, create a global business mindset or a global mindset for your family, for your investments, and everything that you're doing. Because we are really just pilgrims in the earth.
Exactly. So, guys, make sure you visit the link in the description. Make sure you like the video, share the video with somebody that
needs to leave America.
Yeah. Get out. Just do it. Just do it. Get out.
Just do it. You'll live
Just
your
get
best
out.
life.
So that's
Apart from
all.
America.
And yes, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, and get out.